Movie Review by Rob.
Hey guys, Rob here. It is January 2nd, 2009, so yes, it is part of the new year. This isn't a review so much, well, it will be, but it's actually in response to user Thirteenfold, that's spelled out Thirteenfold, F-O-L-D, who wrote me a message basically saying that he liked my reviews, and he had a couple of requests for me to do. The Wrestler by director Darren Aronofsky. Unfortunately, I have not seen this yet. When I do see it, which the way it's looking, it's not in any theaters near me right now. So when I do see it, I definitely will post a review for you. Some older flicks that he has suggested. The Salton Sea with Val Kilmer. I saw that a long time ago. I would definitely have to rewatch it in order to give a proper review. True Romance is one of my favorite films written by Quentin Tarantino. A lot of people don't know that. He actually wrote True Romance in order to, sell it and get the money for Reservoir Dogs. True Romance stars, like the largest cast ever. Patricia Arquette, James Gandolfini, Brad Pitt actually makes a cameo in it. Christian Slater, Gary Oldman, Dennis Hopper, and Christopher Walken have an excellent scene in it. Definitely something I would recommend if you have not seen it. A must for Quentin Tarantino fans, for Mafia fans, for action fans, for those multiple stories that coincide, and for any of those movies like Snatch and stuff like that. Definitely check out True Romance. Four Rooms, directed by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, is actually a film that I have seen and have recommended to many people. So yeah, thank you for that, Thirteenfold. Four Rooms, for you guys who don't know what it is basically it's a film starring Tim Roth, which many of you might know Tim Roth from Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. He played Mr. Orange. I think it's Mr. Orange, yeah, the cop. He basically plays a bellboy who is working in a hotel at night, and he encounters four different rooms throughout the night, which have four different stories. I believe that each room was actually directed by a different director. I'm not positive on that. I believe the one starring Antonio Banderas was the one directed by Robert Rodriguez, and the final one that actually stars Quentin Tarantino and Bruce Willis was the one directed by Quentin Tarantino. Excellent film, definitely very funny, but it has a lot of that Quentin Tarantino writing, at least in his story, and a lot of that action and kind of like that comedy action in Robert Rodriguez's story. And the other two stories are interesting as well. Another movie recommended was Big Lebowski. How could I not like this movie? Big Lebowski, by the Coen brothers. You guys, if you've seen Coen brothers films like Fargo, I mean, you kind of like expect their writing. It's I don't know how to describe it, but basically the plot, like a lot of people are like, well, what is the Big Lebowski? And I'm like, well, it's basically, to sum it up simply, is the story of a guy who's basically a loner who is confused for a millionaire, and him and John Goodman, Steve Buscemi's in it as well. They come across a kidnapping scheme, and they get involved in it way too deep. And it's just the comedy it's not like a slapstick comedy or anything. It's kind of like, it's a dialogue comedy. It's the situational dialogue, and the performances by John Goodman and Jeff Bridges are just fantastic. Another film, Tromeo and Juliet. He just has it listed as a B movie. It's actually a trauma film. Like Toxic Avenger and Surf Nazis Must Die. Definitely a B film. I saw it a really long time ago. I probably won't watch it again to give a proper review because it is kind of hard to find. But from what I remember, it is that typical over-the-top gore. Not the best performances in the world, but if you take them as trauma films, you're gonna get what you expect. If you guys haven't seen like the Toxic Avenger, the gore is over the top. The acting is horrible. The story makes little to no sense. But it's the drive behind the filmmakers that actually really push it. Because I think for the Toxic Avenger, they actually purchased an entire building like an office building and built all the sets within the office building. So while they're shooting downstairs, you know, in the upper floors, they have their production office. So I mean, like these are great films that Thirteenfold has recommended, and I think maybe he and I, or she and I, can't tell. Sorry about that. Share similar tastes in movies, and like I said, when I find out The Wrestler is near me, I will see that. Salton Sea, when I get around to it, I will watch that and give you a review. But I hope this is encouraging everyone else to, if you have a suggestion to know what I would think of it, send it my way. And I also would like you to send it to me just for the simple fact that there's a lot of movies out there that I haven't seen, and you know, there's a lot of silent movies, like not silent movies, but like silent hits that people don't know about. If you think about it, like Donnie Darko did horrible in theaters, and because people had seen it on DVD so much, it blew up in popularity. Just like Boondock Saints as well. If there's anything I can think of, there's a film called Me and You and Everyone We Know. It's a romantic story, but it's a very, I feel like true to life, kind of quirky story as well. Let me see, the soundtrack is one of the best parts of the film. I believe it's by John Bryan. John Bryan, let me make sure it's by John Bryan. I'm incorrect. Michael Andrews. Michael Andrews did the soundtrack for the Donnie Darko as well. So if you like that ambiotic music with you know, no lyrics or whatever, but really drives the scenes, I would recommend checking out both the soundtrack and the film. Once again, it is Me and You and Everyone We Know. So until next time, until I think of something better or think of some other films to talk about, I'll talk to you later. Okay? You guys take care.